6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I felt sorry for you. 7, 8, 9, 10. Go. 13. Come on. 14. Come on. Almost there. 15. Almost there. Let's go. Last 3. Come on. Last 2. Last 4. Come on. Start picking up.
Morehead State tennis coach Kevin Fulton joins us on MSUEagles.com today, and tennis season is about to begin here at Morehead State. And Coach, the guys are going to start this weekend actually, and the girls starting next weekend. So what's your excitement level as you begin your 7th year here at Morehead State? And good-looking teams this year. The roster looks good, some new talent, some veterans coming back. Just talk about the teams a little bit this year as you begin the spring season.
Well, I'm very excited for both sides, guys and girls. You know, last year we were very young on the guys. I think we started 2 freshmen and some sophomores and a couple of juniors. We graduated 2 guys, Bradley Bryan, Lavelle Metcalf. Both those guys are very irreplaceable, but we've got a lot of nice young talent coming in. I feel like the guys have really matured a lot over this fall, and we did a lot of good things. Had a couple of good tournaments at U of L Invite, and I'm feeling pretty good about this spring.
You talk a little bit about losing Lavelle and Bradley, but then again, you've got several players coming back on the guys' side. Just talk about what it means for some of those guys coming back to have a year of experience under their belt now, and through the battles and the wars of the Ohio Valley Conference matches.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head there with like Sevy Day and David Clifford, even Hugo and Roger being the JUCO transfers, but it was their first time around in the Ohio Valley Conference. And I feel like Sevy is going to really step up this year. The kid's got a lot of talent. He just missed out on making the Davis Cup team for Trinidad and Tobago. And David Clifford, I think, is one of the most talented young players in the conference. He had a good up and down season last year, as most freshmen do, but I feel like he's matured a lot, both physically and mentally. You know, Kevin DeWeese and his staff have done a great job with my team this fall, and I feel like it's really prepared a lot of these guys coming back for their second year, just getting stronger. We also picked up a kid who was on campus last year but is eligible now, Kevin DeLigny, who I think is going to be one of the best freshmen in the conference. Kevin is from St. Lucia in the Caribbean, and he's just going to add such a spark, such a high-energy guy, got a lot of fire to him, got a lot of tools. I look for him to step in and play top 3 in the lineup and really help us move forward. You know, like you said, we lost Lavelle and Bradley, but we have some great leadership in our senior Justin Harlow and our captain Hugo Almonte.
Talk a little bit about, you've got a few months here before the Ohio Valley Conference season starts, and you'll play a lot of tough non-conference matches before then. But EKU has kind of been the front runner in this league for the past couple of years. I know that they've graduated a couple times, Player of the Year, and some other folks. What do you see amongst the OVC teams this year? Stronger, weaker? Are you guys going to be able to, where do you see yourself fitting in this year on the guys' side in the OVC?
Well, we were last year we ended up seeded 5th, but we lost to EKU 5-2, lost to Austin P 5-2, lost to, I think Tennessee Tech ended up being the 3 seed. We lost them 4-3. We lost to Jacksonville State 4-3, had match points in both Tennessee Tech and Jacksonville State. EKU lost Alex Doss, who a phenomenal player. but he's going to be tough. He got everybody else back. I think he brought in a kid in January. I look for them to be probably a little bit above everybody else right now, but I feel like there's 2 or 3 teams that can sneak in there and really kind of take that crown from them. I think Austin Peay is going to be a very good team as well again. I look at Jack State to bring back a solid team. Tennessee Tech is going to be good. I think, honestly, there's not much difference between the top 6 in the conference. It's kind of like what the girls was last year. I think any of the top 6 teams can win this conference, and I feel like we're right in the middle of that pack. And I tell these guys that we're 11 for 4, 11 players trying to get 4 points. And if we can come together as a team and understand that if we are dedicated to doing it the right way, playing tennis, paying attention to details, that we can do this.
Kevin Fulton, Morehead State tennis coach, joining us on MSUEagles.com this afternoon. We shift now to the girls' side of things in OVC this year. And Coach, your team advanced to the semifinals of the OVC tournament last year, advancing further than you had in several years. And a lot of players back, a couple of newcomers added to the mix this year. Talk a little bit about your women's roster this year.
Well, we have 4 girls back from last year's team, seniors Alex Young and Jessica Montemayor. Jess was second team all-conference last year, and Alex Young, I feel, will be ready to be an all-conference performer this year. She had beaten the best player in the conference that was voted by the coaches last year in the tournament, and I feel like she's really, really ready to have a breakout senior year. The other 2 girls rounding out the roster, returning from last year, are juniors Brooke Helm and Victoria Cran. Both girls have worked tremendously hard. I really look for a lot of senior and junior leadership out of those 4. Rounding out the roster this year, we have 3 freshmen. Alexis Garrett, who had a phenomenal fall, if you follow the team online. Shilpa Naruka, a freshman from India, who's improving every day in practice. And we just got a girl in, Dominique McLean, who I think will be a very pleasant surprise. Very raw, very, very talented young lady out of England. We were right there in the mix last year. You said that we made it to the semifinals. We were actually just a couple points from advancing to the finals.
Coach, talk a little bit about the Ohio Valley Conference. How strong do you see the Ohio Valley Conference on the women's side this year?
I think it's going to be very similar to the way it was last year. I think any of the top 6 teams can win it. I think the favorite has to be hands down UT Martin, returning a lot of girls back from that runner-up. Jacksonville State graduated quite a few girls. I'm not quite sure all that they've brought in. Eastern Kentucky, I saw them this fall. They're going to be very good as well, and Murray's always right there. Austin Peay. I mean, any of these top 6 teams can do a lot of damage in this tournament. But I feel like that we're right there in the mix. We've got 4 starters back, and I like our chances.
Your coaching staff and team, of course, the Wellness Center was converted into the brand new Eagles Center this summer. Your staff got a chance to move its offices up here, and you now have a pretty much dedicated use of this indoor tennis facility that's been here for several years now. But also right here in this room, you've got a tennis team area, a lounge area. Talk about the benefits of this brand new center and what it'll mean for recruiting and your team.
Well, first of all, we now have 2 brand new locker rooms. It's our first year having locker rooms. It gives kids a sense of belonging, that they have a home while they're here. They don't have to carry their rackets to class. This facility, I would put up against any facility to a school our size in the country. It allows them to have a place to practice, take a shower, go to class. You can go to study hall here. With recruiting, it's just like having a jewel in a crown. It's unbelievable.
All right, Coach. Good luck this season. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.